going on? So somebody asked me, can you have peaceful protests? I don't know what a peaceful protest really is because when you're taking a stance against something, you're making a point. You're not being quiet about it. You know, there are different levels of how you approach something. There's different frames that you're reasoning. Um, in this country right now, there's no reasoning with the police. They're racist, and there's no reasoning with Trump. He's racist, and this government is racist, and this Congress is, all this stuff is an agenda. There's no reasoning here. The only talk is with money. That's how you beat them. They know reparations will clear stuff. You have to basically have a standoff and you have to have something that you demand. You can't seem to ever get respect. You can't ever seem to get equality. So hit them in the pocket. That's what I say. What's peaceful protest? Peaceful protest was something that if people could work their problems and their differences out. Obviously, when you're dealing with a racist and an agenda, there's nothing that's going to get worked out because they're never going to see where you're coming from. Trump would laugh at you for asking for reparations. He'd laugh at you for demanding equality, and he'd laugh at you for compassion and understanding because he has none of that. He doesn't emote that, and neither does his country. Peaceful protest. How do you feel? I had somebody tell me they were sorry because of what they saw today. Seeing a black man, which I am, and what happened to George Floyd triggered them. And I say, you can't have peaceful protests. You have to have an affirmity because this country does not listen. They think you soft and you weak if you go in, and they think you meek. So you have to put your foot down. And if it means some things go down, they go down. That's the reality. It's nice people come along and clean up the debris and clean up the walls. They really shouldn't. See, I'm gonna tell you something. You state the commentators say, "Oh, the vulgarity." What do you think Trump's been saying when he grabs somebody? You know what? What he's vulgar. What he says about African countries and nations, and what he said about black players that he said they don't take. What do you think that is? That's vulgarity. You reap what you sow. Your karma. If you put it there, it's gonna come back tenfold. There are no peaceful protests. There's nothing peaceful about this. Why would black folks walk around all meek and ginger when a black man got his neck stepped on for about 7, 8 minutes? How you gonna be peaceful? Or Breonna Taylor sleep in her room with a boyfriend, bullets come flying in. How you be peaceful? She was a frontline worker. Boyfriend was innocent man protecting his home. Didn't do nothing wrong. Mistaken identity. How you have peaceful protests? Arbery in Atlanta, jogging. Father son killing. White guy out of the films it. Police sits on it. How do you have peaceful protests from Rodney King, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown? I can go on. You see case by case, story by story. How do you have peaceful protests? Oh, from Emmett Till. How do you have peaceful protests? You want people to be docile? Don't say how they really feel. Those that want to ask you how you really feel after what's happening, you tell them you're pissed off. You tell them you wish this country could get flipped and then start all over again because it needs to. There is no, oh, we're going to just kumbaya and we are the world. Mm-mm. More like flip this joint out, hit the reset button, and we need to come with another plan because what you've been doing for 400 years ain't working. All right, that's my thoughts and takes about peaceful protest being a joke. It doesn't work. And these racist cops ain't helping up the agenda with tear gas and intimidating and pushing and bullying. They're not doing their part. They only are halfway acting halfway okay for three reasons. One, because we're in a pandemic. Two, because of what happened with George Floyd. And three, because the cameras are on. You took those three away, they'd be back to their beastly ways, and some of them are acting unruly. All right, hit the like and subscribe, and the bell rings. A new video. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And if you're going to protest, you have to do it, say it loud, say it proud. You can't be tippy-toeing on something as severe as racism and also the implications involved. You have to stand big. I'm out.